Happy Thanksgiving! What are we thankful for? Black Friday, that's what we're thankful for. This week, we preview some of the top collectibles and cool stuff for that nerd in your life, which may be you. Santa's been checking his list, and this is what he saw.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk, we talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's The Con Guy, Comic-Con Prep Show.
No, he's not at all.
Welcome to the Con Guy Comic-Con Prep Show, your home for the news and insider opinions from the world of Comic-Con fandom and pop culture. We're fans, you're fans, let's be friends. Welcome to this week's show. It's all about Black Friday and all the cool stuff that is coming out this week and all through the holiday season. My name is Jim. Who else we have in the room?
It's Katie, and yeah, I'm on the site as well, and yeah, excited, guys.
And it's Tom from Azusa Pacific University. I'm back as a guest. Hey.
He's one of our favorite guests.
He is. I'm Ben Cleaver. Hey, everybody. I know you're wondering. Hey, Ben, why are you always drinking out of that red cup? It's because when Ben Cleaver shows up, it's always a party.
Yeah!
Ryan was ready for that.
He was. I like that. Thanks, Ryan.
And I'm Cheeseman on the couch. And things are always cheesy when I'm here.
It's true. It's absolutely true. 100%.
And also in the booth, we have Ryan Nielsen. Hello, Ryan.
Hello. How are we doing, y'all?
We are excited to be here this week.
So excited to be talking about the Black Friday sales because I am, in fact, going home for the first time being here in Los Angeles, and I know I'm going to be going for some Black Friday shopping.
Nice. Remind us where home is again, Ryan?
Where home is Delaware, where there's no sales tax, and Black Friday's a nightmare because everyone's trying to get the most expensive thing without sales tax.
So they all go to Delaware to do their Black Friday shopping because of the no sales tax.
That's right. But wait.
Are you guys out of work yet? Do you guys have the week off? Tom, you do, right?
Yep, there are no undergrad classes this week. Darn.
Nice. Lucky undergrads.
Do we know how long? Where did this concept of Black Friday come from? How long has that been around? As long as there's been Thanksgiving?
No, I think, as I recall, when I was younger, like in the early 90s, when I was like a kid,
Whoa.
I think it was just, I know, right? Way back then.
Sorry.
I think it was just like, oh yeah, you go Christmas shopping the day after Thanksgiving. And then sometime in about the mid to late 90s, it kind of turned into a thing. Where the term Black Friday started being like labeled as like stores would be like, oh, it's Black Friday, where it was just a colloquialism before that. And then they started running special deals or deals on everything or deals on anything. And then people started getting murdered.
And then the whole, hey, we're opening on Thanksgiving Day at 5 p.m., so eat your turkey early.
Yeah, that's
the
baloney.
earliest evidence of the phrase Black Friday applied to the day after Thanksgiving in a shopping context suggests that the term originated in Philadelphia, where it was used to describe the heavy and disruptive pedestrian and vehicle traffic that would occur on the day after Thanksgiving. It doesn't give me a
What
date.
year?
What's the year?
I'm not really surprised
the
it's Philly,
earliest
though.
was in
Oh,
Philadelphia.
here we go. 1966.
Really?
Wow.
Black Friday
66.
later became known in print after an advertisement was published in the American Philatelis magazine. Philatelist
Stamp
magazine.
collectors.
That's only 190 years after independence.
But it became widely used in the 1980s. So you are correct, my friends. All right, so we are about to get started on our Black Friday list. Everybody came ready. I know that I have a bag here with some stuff. Luke brought some stuff. Tom, so glad to have you back with us this week. Now, could you remind everybody, since this is Black Friday week, you have a book that is also on sale that they can get on Black Friday, right?
Yes, you can go to Amazon.com and get my book, Hailing Frequencies: Open Communication on Star Trek: The Next Generation. $9.99 for the digital download for your Kindle. I highly recommend. Academic books are not friendly to the wallet, so
right.
The actual physical copy is like 4 times as much. So
No, are you teaching this in a class?
no, this is an updated version of my doctoral thesis from many moons ago.
1872.
Back in the day, when there were only 2 Star Trek shows.
That's only 98 years out. Never mind.
Oh my gosh, So this week, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be talking all about Black Friday. But before we do have some news of the week to discuss. And as always, Ben is going to be our best ambassador for the news.
Ambassador. I like that.
Newsreader.
Is it possible? Can I get a little bit more in my ear holes? I'm not really getting a whole lot.
Yeah.
Do I need to do that up here? Is there a thing up here that I do that?
Up there.
Yeah, up there. I think
But that's
it's
okay.
He's tone deaf.
between you guys.
I think,
No,
just
I'm
whatever you do it gently.
I'm
Katie,
not getting a
because,
whole lot in my ear holes right now.
And while
No,
they
I'm
do
still
that-
test
Testing.
testing.
Else, or is that...
I'll just do my
ear hole.
I'll just do my Werner Herzog impression. So bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
Okay, wait. Before you start, episode 3, Mandalorian. It just keeps getting better.
Sin.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Can I
Give me
get
a second. Give me a second for the spoiler.
There we go.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Just a touch. Just a touch.
Has everybody in the room, have you seen it, Tom?
Thank you.
What'd you think?
Perfect.
I loved it.
Because?
Mandalorian!
Yes!
This is the way.
This is the way. I have a friend who's a writer who has absolutely just hated The Mandalorian, and he's a big Star Wars fan. He's absolutely hated The Mandalorian. He's been complaining about the Deus Ex Machina in the whole thing, which is very relevant. But I'm like,
That didn't bother me.
Yeah, sure, why not? But I don't care. Like, I just enjoy the characters. I enjoy the story. I don't care if it's Deus Ex Machina. If you're gonna get I don't know if this is necessarily the case, but it's like, don't get elitist on something that you want to enjoy.
Could you explain, though, for those
Deus Ex
sitting
Machina,
on this side of the table?
It's
no, I know. I
well, you know, and you know,
It is the
I'm
Latin
sure, you
term
know.
for God from the machine.
It basically means that when you're writing a story or telling a story, all of a sudden something comes in and wraps everything up in a nice bow right at the end, so there are no loose ends, you know. And for example, in The Mandalorian, he gets caught by all these bounty hunters trying to escape with the baby Yoda, and then all of a sudden all his Mandalorian friends show up and they battle it out with the bounty hunters, and he escapes in his you know.
I'd like to throw a challenge flag.
Oh, throw
on
the
that
challenge,
being
please
a
do.
Deus Ex Machina, because I do think that there were consequences to that. I don't think it was out of nowhere, and I think they kind of teased it up top. There were a lot of unique things. First of all, shout out to the Mandalorian after show every Friday
Yes,
noon.
let's do it.
That I am on. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Cheap plug.
Cheap plug. But also, huge history for this episode. First female live directing of a Star Wars anything with Deborah Chow, and first person of Asian descent to direct anything live action Star Wars, Deborah Chow. She is a badass. Shout out to her.
Knocked it out of the park.
Totally did. I think
Yeah.
I mean,
Best
this-
episode so far.
Yeah.
maybe best Star Wars thing we've gotten since like 1983 so far.
I've seen a lot of people who said that online, that it was the best thing that they've seen of Star Wars in a while.
I'm with Ryan, though. I was on a friend's podcast on Sunday, and one of the other guests had a similar remark about it being a Deus Ex Machina. And my response was, I can understand your point of view, but considering that Filoni has worked on all the series from CGI Clone Wars on, and Rebels has Sabine Wren, and Mandalorian history is baked into the cake of the Star Wars universe. Obviously, some things have gone on in their culture, but that did not bother me at all. I thought it was totally in keeping.
Yeah, no, I loved it, and I thought it was appropriate, and it worked, and I had no problems with it. But he did. My friend totally pooped all over the first 2 episodes, and just said it was like it was just Mickey Mouse. He said it was Mickey Mouse pissing all over everything that he loves. That's what he said.
Whoa.
I don't get that.
No.
And then I don't get it either. I'm just don't shoot the messenger, guys. And then he did say that he actually liked the 3rd episode, though he still had a problem with the aforementioned Deus Ex Machina. But he's a writer. He has a degree in writing, and he
has a perspective.
I've been biting my tongue to be like, let me present to you a doctoral writing degree.
Can I just ask, how awesome was it when he got all the new armor and you just
Yes.
know right when he gets back in the
Man.
ship and he goes, the little ball thing?
Yeah.
You're like, he's going
yeah.
back. It was so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, he reached
So,
up for the little ball. Oh.
There were so many points in episode 3 where I was just like smiling and just excited. Like, you just kept getting more hyped as it went on. So first there was the armor, and then what was the second moment? I can't remember what the second moment was. And then
The Mandalorian.
all the Mandalorians at the end. I was like,
Plural.
Well,
what?
and as an old school gamer myself, I also I watched this and I was like, this is like watching a video game playthrough.
Yeah.
With all the cutscenes and then the level where he has to go through and shoot all the stormtroopers and all this kind of stuff.
Oh, and then everyone else's trackers go off.
And
you're
let's
like,
see, they
That
still
everybody's
can't do it.
trackers going off was like, oh snap!
is this John Wick? Like, what's about to go
Exactly.
down here?
It was Star Wars John Wick.
Crossover.
Anyway.
All right.
And I like Carl Weathers in it too. It was
Carl Weathers is
amazing.
great.
And then I think we're gonna see him fly here soon because he's at the end. He was mentioning how he wanted to fly.
Yeah, he said,
flying.
I gotta get me one of those. The Mandalorian. Yeah.
And some things still hold up, like the stormtroopers not being able to shoot.
Right.
I saw that scene. He was standing so close from him, right over his
It
shoulder.
was so funny.
I just love the classic Stormtroopers.
Yep.
I prefer them to the new ones, personally.
Yeah.
I think that those were 501st members.
They are.
When I went to Celebration, they told the story that there's a scene coming up because we've geared up for all the new Stormtrooper armor.
Yeah.
So we didn't have the old versions. So we just reached out to the local 501st garrison and bazinga.
That's awesome.
And now,
Bazinga.
and Filoni was saying, and Favreau were saying, now it's like a gift to the 501 first because they can say that their armor is now screen used,
Yeah,
which
that's
makes it so
awesome.
valuable and so cool. And
Yeah, that's so
I just
cool.
love that.
I didn't know that, so that's an awesome.
Speaking of Mandalorian and all kinds of cool news, Ben is going to take us through 3 minutes of news, and Ryan is going to time him.
I'll count you in.
And we have a little bitty graphic that will pop up. So, Ryan,
go.
we'll let you take it away.
Going in 3, 2, 1.
A legit script for the upcoming Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker ended up on eBay. Director J.J. Abrams revealed on Monday one of the actors, he wouldn't say which one, left it under their bed and it was found by someone cleaning the room. It was given to someone else who tried to sell it on eBay. Disney quickly yanked it down and that person is dead. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker was completed just this past Sunday, although they said that's still in edits. Abrams also noted, saying there were tiny touch-ups he wanted to tweak and was pleased with the final product.
Hopefully.
Audiences will have to wait a little longer to see King Kong and Godzilla duke it out on the big screen as Warner Brothers and Legendary's Godzilla vs. Kong has been pushed back 8 months from its March 13, 2020 release date to November 20. Boo.
That's terrible.
The film is a crossover event pitting the two famous monsters against one another and follows Godzilla 2014, Kong Skull Island 2017, and this year's Godzilla King of Monsters, which I did not see. I saw the
so
other
good.
two.
It was
Loved it.
Yeah.
Which bowed in May to a bowed? Is that did I say it? I don't know.
Bombed.
In May to a lackluster box office numbers domestically, but ultimately earned $385.9 million globally.
Not so bad, not so bad.
Less,
But not so good, yeah.
Less than 2 weeks after its debut on Disney Plus, The Mandalorian has officially
You got it.
become the most watched television series in the United States across all streaming platforms.
Fantastic.
The flagship launch series for Disney's new online streaming service has ended Stranger Things' 21-week reign as America's most in-demand digital exclusive series, according to Parrot Analytics. For the week of November 17th through 23rd, the hit series based on the Star Wars universe garnered 100.3 million, quote, demand expressions, which are measurement units reflecting the desire, engagement, and viewership of a series weighted by importance. Netflix's,
I don't know what that means.
1 minute.
who knows? Netflix's Stranger Things, now in second place, received 81.2 million demand expressions last week, followed by DC Universe's Titans, which I've not watched, with 71.2 million. That's
pretty good.
In the upcoming season of Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker is back as the 13th Doctor, as our co-stars Bradley Walsh, who plays Graham, Mandeep Gill as Yasmin, and Tosin Cole. Tosin? Is that right? Yeah. Cole as Ryan. Oh, I love him. He's great. And showrunner Chris Chibnall. In the trailer, if the trailer is anything to go by, season 12 promises Cybermen, Jadoon, Platoon on the Moon, and Crows, a murder of crows. The murder of crows. The trailer also features appearances from previously announced guest stars Stephen Fry and Larry Henry. How much time I got left? 19 seconds. Paramount Pictures is in final talks with Noah Hawley to write and direct a Star Trek film. Hawley will helm the fourth film in its iteration of the venerable franchise with the Enterprise crew led by Chris Pine, Zachary Pinto, Quinto, Zoe Saldana, Simon Pegg, and Carl Urban. In addition to this groundbreaking series,
Time's
Legion,
up.
Hawley serves as executive producer, writer, director, and showrunner of FX's Emmy-winning limited series.
And
Fargo.
And they're still developing the Tarantino Star Trek
Yes.
one, too.
So right there at the end, the last item on Ben's list, there was Noah Hawley, who did FX's Legion and Fargo is developing the new Star Trek film, which is super interesting, I think, because he's a very cerebral type writer. Like, you know, we've been having super action-packed things. This might be different. What do you think?
We'll see. Is the Tarantino one going to be in the same storyline with the same cast?
Tarantino evidently is going to be set in the Kelvin universe, but who knows?
In the what?
In the Kelvin universe.
Okay. Which is?
The current continuity. The Abrams verse.
The Abrams verse is what. Yes. What do they call it Kelvin for?
Because USS Kelvin was the ship that Kirk's dad served on.
Today was the first day I ever read the Kelvin universe. I didn't know that's what it was. I knew there were two continuities. I didn't know what.
There's the Prime universe.
Yes.
You're lucky
and then the
Derek's
Kelvin
not
universe.
Jared.
And the
Derek.
Kelvin.
Derek.
Derek would just smack me upside the head right now.
I'm the new Derek.
I know.
And the two universes are connected by Mr. Spock.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so great.
Go ahead. I was going to change the subject completely.
Change it.
I am a bad Doctor Who fan. I haven't watched the trailer yet.
I haven't.
I didn't know it
caught up
dropped.
on-
It dropped like 2 days ago.
What?
It just dropped 2 days ago.
Yeah. I am actually, here's a little side note. So obviously Brianna and I are going to the Gallifrey 1 convention in February because we're big Doctor Who fans. And
What?
I know, right? And the biggest news, I think we discussed this.
I
Maybe
don't know.
We didn't
I don't
discuss
think we
this on
did.
the show. It has been kind of a reckoning or a reconnecting between Christopher Eccleston and the Doctor Whoverse, and he is the special guest at Gallifrey 1 this year.
Fantastic. I
Love
heard that,
Eccleston.
And I have already purchased my photo op with
Dude,
him.
there's
so
so
I'm
many
getting
people that are gonna be
Dare
so
I ask how
hyped
much
about
that was?
I think it was like $75.
That's reasonable.
But
Wasn't bad.
like, he has a lot of people who really loved him as the Doctor.
He was
He's my doctor.
It's
Yeah.
your favorite.
He's the one who rebooted the franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the modern Doctor Who franchise.
Yeah,
Also-
he's the 9th Doctor. That was the reboot.
I haven't even watched any of 13 yet. So wait, she's 13.
Yeah, she's
13,
the
right?
13th
I'm
Doctor.
I got all confused when they
She's great. I love her a lot.
I do too.
I've heard that the trailer gives. I was reading today on Sci-Fi Wire that the trailer is actually giving little hints and trying to get people to think back to previous Doctors. Like
Right.
it's being very nostalgic in its approach.
Did she get a wardrobe change?
She might have, but again, I
It
didn't
looked
watch
like
the
it was
trailer.
different,
so.
but I'm not sure. I didn't see the trailer, but I saw like a picture and it looked like it was different.
I'm excited to see the Jadoon back. I love those guys.
The Cybermen are still terrifying. so-
Cybermen are terrifying.
Yeah.
Somebody posted, you know how everybody's doing the 2009 to 2019 challenge or whatever, where you post
Yes.
a picture
Yeah.
of yourself from 2009 next
Get
to a
it?
picture of
Yes.
yourself now. They did that. The Doctor Who page posted that, and it was just David Tennant and Jodie Whittaker.
Jodie Whittaker.
That's great.
Which is funny because she really does remind me of Tennant, which is probably because they worked
yeah.
together on
They
a show
did
for
work
several
together.
years.
They did,
So
yes.
some of his mannerisms probably rubbed
Yes.
off on her.
Yeah, they were on.
But that's good. You would hope that they have mannerisms from former Doctors, because I mean, it's the same.
Person.
And,
Yes.
And what do you guys think about the Mandalorian? 100.3 million demand expressions, which I have a hard time wrapping my head around
What
what that
does
is.
that mean?
It is a measurement units reflecting the desire, engagement, and viewership of a series weighted.
I'm assuming it
by-
has something to do with the fact that they can't really figure out how many people are watching it,
Oh,
because you
no,
can
no.
share accounts and stuff like that. So they can't really.
Well,
know how many people are watching
nobody
it.
will reveal how many.
Well,
Yeah.
Disney knows.
Oh yeah, of course
They're
they
not
will.
telling. It's like the Netflix only releases ratings when it benefits them.
Yes.
Right.
Otherwise, they're very tight-lipped.
Broadchurch. That's the name of the show
Broadchurch.
that they were on
Yes.
together.
Yes.
The inferior
Fantastic.
American remake with David Tennant was called Grace Points.
And I did
Oh,
not watch
yeah.
that one.
I didn't
All
watch
right,
that one
we
either.
are going to move into the bulletin board. We do have some things coming up, and this right here kind of represents probably the biggest cons that you can attend throughout the rest of 2019. We are just weeks away from 2020. The Roaring 20s are
Where's
here.
my C-Lab?
Oh my gosh, I know.
Where is my sea lab?
So here we are. November 29th through December 1st is the Northeast Comic-Con in Boxborough, Massachusetts. Also that weekend, November 30th through December 1st, the Chicago Pop Culture Con in St. Charles, Illinois, right outside Chicago. December 1st. Now, there's a number of one-day cons here. You know, we're getting some of the smaller regional ones, which is really cool. December 1st, Genghis Con in Cleveland, Ohio. We got to see if we can get Jake to go to that one. That'd be great.
Ohio in the house.
Yeah, December 6th through 8th. By the way, OH!
I-O.
Michigan. Don't say it. So
Sucks.
December 6th through the 8th.
I could say sucks on the air.
Hey, sorry, Max, who might be watching tonight.
Michigan sucks.
This weekend is the big Michigan Ohio State game.
rivalry weekend.
Rivalry weekend. All right. December 6th through the 8th, Steel City Con in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. December 7th, Asheville Comic Con in Asheville, North Carolina. Reagan, you're close enough. You should go see that one. That's my niece, by the way. She's at Clemson University right now.
Nice.
December 7th, Roanoke Valley Comic-Con, Roanoke, Virginia, at the Tanglewood Mall. And then...
the funny thing about that con is it disappears and nobody knows where it
I
goes.
was just going to say something about disappearing, yeah.
And then December 29th, right up against the edge of 2020, is the Philadelphia Comic-Con in Essington, Pennsylvania.
I've been to this twice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, those were 2 Comic-Cons I went to. And then I went to the one this past summer, and I was like, "Wow, Philly sucks." It doesn't.
You didn't know that?
It's a different speed.
They invented the term Black Friday.
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna say, like, when you say different speed, that's accurate. I've been there once.
Such a
and-
different speed. I
Yes.
mean, but really unique. I mean, I did a lot more of the photo ops, like Ben was just saying. When I got to do that, like with Anthony Mackie and like Evan Peters, like stuff like that. So
I made Anthony Mackie laugh on set. Sorry.
That's awesome. Hey, real quick before we move into, have you heard about basically the collapse of the Walker Stalker conventions and the fan fests?
I have not.
We will table that to a next discussion. But apparently, the entire string of conventions have shut down, and all of the actors from The Walking Dead have all pulled out. It's a money thing, it's a payment thing, it's all this kind of thing, and I guess it became a big thing. So.
It usually comes down to that.
Yeah.
By the way, Ryan, I just stepped on you there. I apologize.
Dude, you can step on me whenever you want.
All right.
That sounds weird.
We are moving into the main meat and potatoes of the show tonight. This is
YouTube channel is that?
If you have a nerd in your life, or if that is you, like me, then we have our each individual list of our top Black Friday Christmas shopping list for this week.
Woohoo!
Or just buying for yourself if you're like me. Or
I know. I
don't tend to buy for other people. I tend to buy.
I tend to buy
myself.
for myself on Black Friday. Yeah.
You selfish man.
I know. I'm having a Thanksgiving leftovers dinner at my house on Thursday night.
And it's just you.
Just a couple hours before Black Friday starts, and
He's got to eat all the leftovers.
You know how you have parties?
No, Black Friday will
first
already be
food.
started at some places.
But you know how people usually don't leave? You can't get them to leave?
Uh-huh.
The way we end ours is like, Black Friday sales have started, let's go!
And Best Buy's around the corner. Woo!
I know, right? Right there by Best Buy.
Some of the Black Friday deals start before that.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Yeah, 5 p.m.
I have 3 words.
Yes.
To quote Parks and Recreation, treat yourself.
Treat
Yeah.
yourself.
And you know, with the advent of
Waka waka.
what do they call it? Black Monday or
Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday. I think that Black Friday, it still has a cachet to it, and there's still, these great big sales that happen. But I think a lot of people are just waiting to get their stuff online. I know for me, most of my stuff comes online.
Yeah.
But
And sometimes the Cyber Monday deals are better than the Black Friday deals.
a lot of times. But have you guys ever camped out, or
Nope.
been out in the middle of the night?
Never have. I don't plan
We
on
have.
it.
Early in the morning, back in the day, but the Best Buy knew your place.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, we haven't camped out.
Homie doesn't play
I just
that
woke
anymore.
up outside of Best Buy.
I usually go to
And the
like
tents-
Target.
and the
That's
tents
just
formed
like a
around
normal
you.
Friday morning for you.
But I know, sometimes in the like Thursday night, midnight to 2 o'clock in the morning, we've gotten some people. Patrick was with us back when there was a Toys R Us, God rest its soul, and Best Buy.
Oh,
We
they're
went
trying
in
to
the
come back.
store. We didn't camp out.
It was great.
I've
So
gone
anyways,
into Macy's after midnight too.
So tell you what, we'll kind of go around the table. I'm going to start with 2 items, and I did send in pictures for these 2 items, Ryan. So I'm going to do photo number 3 and photo number 4. So I am going to start with my first pick of the night, which is Mandalorian Black Series, the 6-inch character. It's a 6-inch scale action figure. The Mandalorian, his body is shielded by Beskar armor. His face is hidden behind a T-visor mask, and his past is wrapped in mystery. Oh, these marketing people. It's premium articulation and detailing. Star Wars fans and collectors can display this highly posable figure. It has 4 fully articulated limbs featuring premium deco in their action figure and vehicle collection. You can find it all over the place. Every major retailer will be
toy
having
line
this.
Is that Black Series?
This is the Black Series. Yeah, this is the
Okay.
Black Series.
The Mandalorian's more articulated than Jim.
And I know that that's not saying a lot. And like our friend Jake, he actually has this on order because I went on a lot of sites and like the stores near me are all sold out of this right now.
Because people
Already?
pre-ordered it?
Yeah, it was all pre-ordered. Like our Target is sold out, our Best Buy is sold out, so this is not in every space. So like Jake
And
had to order his and his is coming.
6 inches, like the iconic
Yep.
Star Wars
Right.
size.
And to kind of
Yeah.
to go with this, my second item on the list, spoiler warning, this refers to episode 3 of The Mandalorian, the Heavy Infantry Mandalorian. We saw some of these in this week's episode. It's the new 6-inch black series Heavy Infantry Mandalorian, but this is a Best Buy exclusive for $29.99, so you can only get this at Best Buy. So
I believe
Turn on the fun.
the classic Star Wars toys were 4 inches, weren't they? The original.
Either,
Oh, okay,
either,
gotcha.
either 3 or 4 inches, I forget.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah, they were the smaller ones.
Yeah, the
All
tiny-
right, yeah.
So these 6 inches ones are behemoths.
It comes with a
I forgot
jetpack
it's
and
the 4 inch- yeah,
signature
4 inches
laser weapon. All right, so we're going to start going to my right. And Katie, tell us what you have.
All right, so mine, if you guys tuned into the show last year, is more going to be on the gaming side because I know
awesome.
there's a lot of gaming deals that come out on Black Friday. Last year, I was talking about PlayStation. PlayStation is having another one this year where it is $199. Let me double check this real quick because I don't want to give you guys false information.
Yeah, it's $199.99.
Yeah, $199.99. You get a 1 terabyte PS4 with a controller and 3 games, which are Horizon. What is it? Why?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes, and
I think I have it up right here.
yeah,
Oh, right here.
God of War
And
and
The
The
Last
Last
of
of Us
Us.
remastered. So you get all of that for $199, which
Such
is
a
saving
deal.
$100.
It's really saving
So,
$200. I mean,
yeah.
I got my PS4 for $400,
Yeah.
and it was just with The Last of Us. You get 2 more games, and it's half the price
Mm-hmm.
of that.
No, where's this on Target?
This is just
Pretty
at
much
most
every-
retailers.
Most retailers
But
everywhere.
I will
Oh, for
tell
Black Friday,
you,
okay.
it will go super fast because last year it went super fast everywhere you went. Best Buy, Target, GameStop, all those places. As well as there's other deals like, for example, if you get the Nintendo Switch still is not discounted, but if you buy it on Black Friday, you can get Mario Kart 8 preloaded on it. So that is a bundle that they have, but that is the only thing Nintendo Switch has as far as the console goes. Because they're still selling them like so easily. You can also get the Nintendo Switch Lite, which I believe there is a gift card for the Nintendo Switch Lite. For those of you who may not know what the Nintendo Switch Lite is, it's basically a Game Boy because you can't take the controllers off of it. So it's still a portable version, but it's smaller.
And it doesn't connect to your TV.
You can't connect it to your TV. That's why I say it's kind of like a Game Boy, but it's
But more
smaller
expensive.
for the people who want a more portable but better console than what originally was the Game
Yeah.
Boy. And there's all sorts of deals on video games, like Zelda's gonna be half off, Red Dead Redemption 2 is gonna be $20. Like there's a lot of games that are going on sale at most retailers. So I would just say look up the name of any game you want and see if it's on sale because there's a lot of them. And yeah, and there's a lot of other Nintendo Switch games that it's just not the console itself. But controllers are usually about $20 off from what I saw, all sorts of gaming things. Also, another really popular thing online right now for gaming is gaming chairs. So if you're interested in gaming chairs, look at like Amazon and some other places for those
Explain, please. What's that?
as well. It's hard to explain it all, but they're literally made mostly for people who do like PC gaming, but they're very souped up, comfortable. Usually, sometimes they'll have speakers in them, sometimes they'll have
Nice.
tech in them to make it more of a better gaming experience. It's really good, really popular for like people who are streaming. Ryan's pulling up a picture of one, for example, right now.
Whoa!
So yeah.
That's one dope ass gaming chair.
Yeah. So they're usually for people, like I said, that are using
Wonder what the
their
price is.
computers for gaming.
There's actually, I was at Costco today, and they actually had a gaming
Yes.
chair on sale there.
So that's one of the hot ticket items for people especially people who are streaming.
Wow.
So.
This gaming chair leans all the way back for those moments when you want to lean back and think, what am I doing with my life?
Or I've been playing this game for 200 hours.
It looks like it belongs on the
Hey,
bridge
you
of the
go to sleep.
Enterprise.
I
doesn't
was
it?
going to say.
Yeah.
Or the bucket seat from a Ferrari or
Oh,
something.
it looks fantastic. All right, Thomas, what do you have for us?
I'm going to tag in from Katie. Also, the PS4 Pro
Yes.
with a terabyte is $299.99, $100 off. I don't think that comes with any games though, but it's 4K compatible.
Yeah.
Best Buy specifically has the Spider-Man Game of the Year
Yes.
edition for $14.99. Everybody else, Sony's price for everybody else is $19.99,
Yes.
but Best Buy has it for $14.99.
I did
They've
see
got some
that.
specials.
It is a great game. Last year, I treated myself for my birthday and got the PS4 Spider-Man edition with the game.
Yes.
And the red.
You got the Black Friday deal last year.
Well, no, this was before.
Oh, okay,
Because they
gotcha.
sold out.
Yeah.
It came out in September.
Gotcha.
iTunes Store has discounted box sets, and ones that may be of note to our audience include Firefly, these are all in high definition. Firefly for $4.99. Black Sails for $19.99. Legion, the aforementioned
sorry.
Noah Hawley show for $19.99.
It's all 3 seasons?
All 3 seasons.
Okay.
Futurama, all seasons for $24.99.
That's pretty cool.
And Batman the Animated Series, all seasons for $34.99.
Yeah.
Such a deal.
And Target
that
does
through?
a lot of seasons for $9.99.
Wait, where were these all at?
The iTunes Store.
iTunes Store.
Yeah.
The iTunes.
iTunes
I'm not
Store.
an Apple guy. So.
But you know
Well,
what?
no, you can buy iTunes stuff on a PC.
Yeah.
I want hard copies.
No, but
Yeah, I do too.
Target, $9.99. You can get a lot of.
media,
But
Jed.
I do appreciate you because a lot of people don't think about that as like
Yeah.
on Black Friday or as gifts for the season to get something like that. I would love that. That is fantastic.
That's what I always do on Black Friday. I get TV shows on DVD. I'm not kidding.
And
Physical media.
one more hot tip. I've been meaning to check out My Hero Academia. And PlayStation Store has seasons 1, 2.1, 2.2, and 3 for only $8.99 in HD.
For all
And
that?
For a piece.
Oh, okay. I was like, yo, okay.
No, but the list price on iTunes for one season alone is like $23.99.
Okay.
It's like $26.99.
Wow, that's awesome.
So season 4, the current season, that's still going to be expensive, but the earlier
Yeah.
seasons, $8.99. Such a deal.
All right.
Nice.
What a deal! Did anybody remember that old like Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial with Ebenezer Scrooge? It's just like, what a deal! It's like from 1987. Anyway, I'm old.
I probably have it up on my Wizard of Oz taped off TV.
Right,
thing.
exactly,
Because that's
yeah.
the best thing now about watching stuff taped off TV is seeing the vintage '80s commercials.
Commercials.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Physical media, man.
Your physical media is dead.
Who is next?
All
Bring
right,
it
Matt.
back.
Get that VHS back.
That VHS, man. The only thing I was really looking at is, so I'm still rocking this Samsung Galaxy S6, and I was like, what's up, Samsung? And they're like, hey, we got Black Friday deals on phones. So I'm looking at that S10, you know what I'm saying?
You're 4 generations behind.
Not a Chevy, but a telephone. I am 4 generations behind. I've had this thing for 4 years.
And that's a good thing?
It's a good thing that I'm behind? No, that's why I'm getting a
That's
new
why
phone.
he's getting a new phone on
But
Black
I've been
Friday.
rocking this thing for so long, and it's kept up. So good job, kudos to you,
Nice.
Samsung. I mean, the screen's cracked, and I could probably get that fixed, but
Yeah.
I'll just get a new phone
They
instead.
also have TV deals and all that jazz.
Oh yeah, I guess so. No, Best Buy is rocking some awesome deals on laptops, TVs,
4K TV?
Yeah, 4K.
OLEDs, all that kind of stuff.
QLED.
I refuse to say OLED. I would say OLED because OLED
QLED.
and QLED. Wait, what's the Q stand for again?
It's Samsung's proprietary thing.
Oh.
Tom, what were you,
Quantum.
Tom, you were talking before about the giant difference in price. What was
I have a 4K Samsung 55-inch. When I bought it 4 years ago, it was $1,000 more for the 65-inch. Now it's $200 more from the 55 to the 65-inch.
Yeah, it's never been
Yikes.
cheaper to get TVs.
Doorbuster? Look at this. Look at this deal that Ryan has up on the screen right now. These
Such a
doorbusters.
deal.
Golly.
Yeah.
I might
Does
have
that
to
say a 70-inch for $550?
Yes, it does.
Yes,
It
it does.
does.
Amazing.
That's stupid dumb, stupid dumb.
All right.
I mean, awesome, but holy moly.
Cheeseman on the couch. What do you have for us?
It's like now you just want your TV to break, so you have an excuse to get a new one.
Aubrey and I are in the market for a new 50-inch.
Break your TV.
All right, so what I tend to do is I collect Hallmark ornaments, as cheesy as that
Yes.
sounds, of different fandoms, because little by little I like building up kind of the fandoms on my tree. So there are so many things from like Marvel, Star Trek, Disney, and Star Wars especially. They've done a lot of Star Wars stuff, even stuff that connect and talk to each other, different ornaments. And this year they made a Star Trek one where they're all getting like beamed up. It's this giant like $100 one that's pretty cool. The old cast from the Captain Kirk version. So
Original cast.
yes, original.
Yeah.
And you already have them. Are you showing examples?
Yeah.
I have a few I brought with. I'll
Why
start
don't-
with one that Ben will probably.
Why do I need smart ornaments? I don't need smart ornaments on my tree.
Oh, but these are so cool. Look at
We
this.
got a T-Rex.
Ah, yes. we have a T-Rex.
We have
So
a
is
T-Rex.
that one from this year? Or is
Yeah,
that,
this
okay.
just came out this year at the beginning of November, and
All
this
right.
one actually does the roar. It's at the end of the movie where the banner falls
That's flipping
down.
dope.
So what
this
are you holding
one
up for
is one
those
of
who
my
aren't
favorites.
watching?
It's the T-Rex from the original Jurassic Park ornament where the banner is falling down at the end of the movie.
Right. That's
And it
flipping
actually
dope.
makes sound too, and it comes with batteries included.
Wow. All right. Batteries included.
Then, for you Walking Dead fans, I have a Negan.
All right.
So, like, this is, I think, the 4th year they've done it. They started with a Daryl holding the bow and arrow. Then they went to...
I think we have that one.
Have they done Rick?
Yeah, they did Rick second. Then it was Michonne. Then they did Daryl again on the motorcycle. And then this year it's Negan holding Lucille.
And he has Lucille back. Oh, spoiler alert.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
This is true. No spoiler alert needed.
What do we have here?
What is
it?
The
Ecto one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, I cannot see that from here.
And I think
Alright.
this one, I think the lights flash and it makes noise too. And just in time because it was an anniversary year for him.
Yeah.
Bustin'
For Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
For 35th anniversary, yeah.
And then we got the new
Red.
Star Wars.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's the Red Sith Trooper.
Red Sith
Trooper.
Trooper.
A Sith Trooper?
I don't buy anything until I see the movie because I'm like, what if I hate that
But it
character?
just looks amazing.
It's one of the coolest looking
cool looking.
troopers.
I don't care. It
What's
just
a
looks
Sith Trooper? Are they
great.
going to use the Force?
It happens.
I don't know.
Sith, at both Comic-Con and D23 this
both had
this
stuff.
summer, those were the most popular things on the floor. Like
They look hecka cool.
Yes.
I'll
Yeah.
admit that.
Yes.
They look hecka cool.
But I'll play it safe on this last one for you, Ben, because I got Luke from A New Hope.
A New Hope Luke. Come on. Just warms the heart right there. All right.
Binary
Well, my name's Luke,
Sunset.
so
What's
I just
going
had to
on?
have this one.
It's
But
your namesake, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And also a great movie. And there are a few others I let my mom keep to give to me, even though I picked them out. I got The Lion King, Hakuna Matata. I got it like an old
Nice.
Dumbo.
Real
one.
Lion King, not the CGI.
Yes, the original with the
Abomination.
cartoon.
Photorealistic.
And then one of my favorite
CGI.
ones I've been getting is the old Batman, the old 60s
Yes.
Batman. I got the
Batman 66.
the Batboat. Yep.
Yes.
Nice. Batman and Robin in it. So
Where do you get those? Are they on, like, from Hallmark specifically?
yeah, these
Okay.
are all Hallmark. You can get them, a lot of them in stores, but
In-store?
some of them
Okay.
sell out. Like my mom also got me Batgirl from the original 60s series, but she had to order it
Online.
because it sold out in the store. So,
Gotcha.
and there are ones. There's even a new one from the new Star Wars coming out the beginning of December, of Rey and Kylo Ren kind of
Nice.
battling off together that come together in one. And
You've
there's all
got-
sorts of like Marvel ones.
Spoilers.
And, yeah.
I know.
Iron
Ornaments?
Man, Captain America. There's just tons
Nice.
of different fandom stuff, so you can build your own fandom Christmas tree.
But you're pretty good. You have like so many of these types of ornaments you've been collecting over the years.
Yeah, that's why I have a hard time taking the Christmas tree down early because it's like all this work and then I can only have it up
That's just
for
to get the
a
ornaments
few
organized.
weeks.
Do you not have your Christmas tree up yet?
Not yet. It's
What?
going up this week.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
did slack a little
Hey
bit.
Ryan, you were holding something. You had a Star Trek something. Were you trying to show us something there?
It's the transporter.
I actually thought this is what he was referring to earlier
Oh.
with the transporter.
That's it.
It's
Yep.
another Hallmark. Yeah, right there.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess you got Spock, Kirk, about to get beamed up. Looks really awesome, and yeah, also Hallmark.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it
cool.
exploded.
and
All right.
not cheap.
Nice.
All right, back here on the table. Let me just from the Disney store. We have these really cool robots here. And, let me
Droids.
see. I'll look over here.
Look, sir,
This way.
droids.
So this right here, R5D4, and we were having a little bit of a discussion.
This
about-
R2 unit's got a bad motivator.
That's what they say in the film. This R2 unit, but it's R5D4.
Well, when they merchandised it, they named it R5D4 to not confuse people. But in the movie, he's identified as an R2 unit.
Right. Red astromech droid R5D4 thought he'd found a home with the Jawas, so when the Jawas sold him to Owen Lars, along with the protocol droid C-3PO, but R5's motivator blew as he rolled out. So these are really cool, these die-cast action. These are super heavy. I have this one, I have R2D2, and I also have, it's GNK, they call it Gonk, which is basically
Gonk.
the garbage droid. It looks like a garbage can from the original Star Wars, and it was in
the first episode of The Mandalorian.
Yep, and it was also in Force. Was it in Force Awakens?
Might have been.
Which one is it?
In the background.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Now that
Oh,
that-
it was Mandalorian. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Now that R2 unit is not, or that R2D2 is not simply R2D2. That is the Jabba's barge
Yes.
cocktail waitress.
Cocktail waitress.
Cocktail R2.
R2D2.
Yes, it's.
You be careful. He's housing.
Anyways,
a lightsaber.
these are through the Disney Store, $24.99 for each of them. They are really cool. I also have a cool picture to push up there. Number 6 picture. It is Marvel Lady Deadpool, hailing from Earth 3010, appearing in over 45 comic editions, including Deadpool Corps, Deadpool
Core.
classic. I know.
Core.
There's my Southern coming out of me. Mighty Marvel, Women of Marvel, and Secret Wars, the official guide to the Marvel multiverse. The figure measures about 3 3/4 inches tall and comes packaged in a window display box. Katie, this is a Funko Pop. You were telling me that Funko probably doesn't have a lot of releases for Black Friday.
Well, any releases would be released just like their normal stuff.
Right.
But like the actual store doesn't have like sales going on. Yeah.
But they do have a lot of releases coming out in the next few weeks, I'm
Well,
sure.
but Funko in general as a company, like they may release things like they have deals with other places too, like Box Lunch, Hot Topic. Those are separate from the company in itself. Like they're next to it. So
I thought this was really cool. And then next photo, Con Guy 7, Star Trek Picard jacket from our buddies down at Hero Within. This is Tony Kim's jacket. Special price of $79 for Black Friday. You can get it at HeroWithinStore.com. It's inspired by Picard's impeccable stylish yet practical fashion sense from the brand new Picard series that is coming out January 23rd on CBS All Access. If you order this now, you can get it by January. All right.
And speaking of Hero Within,
Go
this
ahead.
is also
Yes.
a jacket here. This is the Thor one, which has the nice hoodie like the cape, has the arm things. I think Thomas has this one too.
I do.
Very warm and good for winter, and I think it still is for sale online.
Hammer not included.
Hammer not included. Or lightning.
All right. Does anyone else have something around the table? Before I know you do.
I have more I could talk about.
Yes,
but-
please do.
Okay. Best Buy is always a great place. Like, I like just walking in there and seeing, because I'm kind of like Ben. Sometimes I like, having the Blu-rays and the DVDs and things. So there's a lot of, fandom type stuff on sale right now. I mean, I know Thomas loves his Batman vs. Superman and Justice League. Just kidding. We won't get into that. But those are on sale for $3.99 right now, including movies like It, Suicide Squad, Predator.
And still not worth it.
And there's also, stuff like Into the Spider-Verse,
Yep.
the Spider-Man Homecoming. There's all sorts of different things to just kind of wander in there and check out bestbuy.com to kind of find out
That's the
what these
one. I'm
all
talking
are.
about middle of the night. You should go midnight. Well, maybe midnight 30 to 1 o'clock.
3 a.m. if it's still open.
Yeah.
some of
No,
Best,
it'll probably all be dug through by then.
It's
but-
3 a.m. I must be lonely.
some of Best Buy's Black Friday sale
On that
items
Match
are
Box.
on sale actually right now.
yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of them have already started because there's less shopping days until Christmas this year than there usually is.
Oh,
so.
that's right.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you do
Nice.
go online, some of them do say, like, you can look them up, and some of them are available at the
Yeah.
Black Friday cost that you can order now and probably do store pickup.
I was just going to say one more thing, just for a quick note. For people who may have trouble shopping for nerds, I was just going to list off a few stores you can check on Black Friday to shop for nerds. Box Lunch, they also donate to Feeding America for every, $10 they spend, too, so it's a good cause in general. Also, their sister store, Hot Topic, because I'm sure you guys all know about that. There was more. I was trying to think. Obviously, like GameStop, ThinkGeek, those types of places. ThinkGeek's website, they have all sorts of stuff.
I thought they were.
And
ThinkGeek is GameStop.
it is, but they're
GameStop bought them.
They bought them, but they're still technically
They have two faces to
yes.
the one company.
Yeah.
Is the website still going?
Yeah, ThinkGeek's still up.
Yeah, that's still going.
ThinkGeek.com's still up.
Yeah.
But
I
it
didn't know
says
that.
GameStop in the top
Yeah, it says
left-hand
GameStop
corner.
at the top. Yeah, and then apparel-wise, we were talking about Hero Within, Her Universe if it's more for women's, and Loungefly, which is purses, bags, wallets, and they have them in so many different kinds. Disney, everything. So that's kind of like the place you
Disney,
can stop.
and that's pretty much everything.
They became really popular because of Disney. So yeah.
Isn't there this new thing, Our Universe, which has women's and men's clothing by the Her Universe people?
Oh, I have no idea. I haven't heard
I'm
about
not
that.
familiar with that.
I saw a thing.
I haven't heard about that.
Fake
Yeah.
news.
Maybe.
No, yeah,
I saw it on Hot Topics website.
No, you are correct. Ashley Eckstein still is in the management side of Her Universe and Our Universe. She sold it to she sold it to somebody, and they've developed Our Universe to be a little bit more expansive. So
Nice.
it's not just
Nice.
girls in fashion is her
Yeah.
that is her focus, but she's expanding it to a lot more now. So it's
Yeah.
really kind of cool.
Oh, that's fascinating. I love that.
And for those who don't know, who is Ashley Eckstein?
She's the voice. Isn't that Ahsoka?
Ahsoka.
Yes.
Ahsoka
yes.
Tano.
She is a favorite in the Star Wars universe. She's
awesome.
great. She's one of the best ambassadors. She's one of the best people too.
I would like to promote
Yes.
one more thing. Monster Tees, who we've had on multiple times,
Oh,
they've
I
been
love that guy.
promoting on their Instagram. They're trying to almost get rid of as much as they can of their old stuff because they want to bring out a bunch of new stuff for the new year. So they're going to have some special Black Friday sales. So if you like monsters and they're like the coolest shirts you could find, like Freddy, Jason, all that kind of stuff. There's going to have tons of shirts, hoodies, stickers, just cool different things on sale at monstertees.com.
Can you spell
and
it?
Also, it's spelled Tease.
Right.
But also look them up on Instagram because that's mainly where they'll be promoting a lot of these things.
Nice.
All right. Anything else before I hit our last one of the night? This is a cool. By the way,
It's got to be Baby Yoda. It's got to be Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
So, can we talk about Baby Yoda for a second?
So cute.
And that's my final picture. So,
My wife
Baby
is
Yoda's
obsessed.
reveal was something that Favreau really, really wanted to keep a secret. So here's what's strange about this. It's not strange, it's unusual. Favreau was able to convince the folks at Disney to not market Baby Yoda until after he was revealed on the show, which means Baby Yoda did not launch with the show. He was not launched before the show.
Yep.
So he's not in stores yet. Right now, there's no official Baby Yoda toys ready to go alongside the launch of the show. Baby Yoda has only been sold by unlicensed Etsy dealers, but that is about to change in a big way. According to CNBC, Amazon, Zazzle, Target, Kohl's, Macy's, Hot Topic, and Box Lunch are all about to get licensed Baby Yoda merchandise to put on sale ahead of the holiday season. Apparently, it's coming out this week.
There's
Black
already
Friday.
stuff on Box Lunch's website. I saw it today.
did
They have
you?
T-shirts.
Oh, no. They're going to make us
And,
sick of them.
is it branded Baby Yoda?
Yes.
It's actually Baby
Yay.
Yoda. Yeah.
So
it's
they're, you know how like every year has the one big item.
is it.
Remember, it was Elmo one year was Cabbage Patch Dolls for those old enough to remember, like me. This year it's Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda's everywhere.
Heck yeah, it is. Everybody loves Baby
It's like
Yoda.
a little cute green puppy
I know.
alien. It's
Baby
so
Yoda
cute.
is Edna Mode and Yoda's love child. You heard it here first. Exclusive.
I love it.
They have a torrid affair in my
Oh,
office.
there we go.
But like Ryan's
Right.
pulling us some pictures.
Brought it up.
There's like Baby Yoda T-shirts. There's Baby Yoda. Like I saw
That's the concept
a
art.
little bitty stuffed animal. Some of these are that's Box Lunch. So Box
Yes.
Lunch is an official licensee of
Yes.
Lucasfilm. So that's one of the places you should get it. But I predict this is the toy. This is the merchandise of the
Of the
year,
season.
of the season.
Is there a Baby Yoda pop, though?
A Baby Yoda pop.
They haven't announced anything yet. You can always check out like Funko's app. They always are announcing things and all sorts of stuff. But they haven't announced anything yet that I've seen. But I mean, I don't know.
So this is what I encourage everybody to do.
Shop till we drop?
Shop till you drop it. Listen,
Yay, capitalism.
but yay, capitalism. But remember, we do have Cyber Monday coming up very quickly afterwards. So if you can't find what you're looking for, go online. Online shopping has made things so easy where you don't have to that we're going to wake up on Friday morning. The first thing we see on CNN is some video of some people trampling each other in Walmart. Just, guys, take a breather. Slow down. Remember what the season's all about.
Do what Jim would do. Just push him over.
Yeah. Anyways,
Remember what the season's all about, guys. And I don't want to get too religious here, but it's all about pagans sacrificing their children to the old gods.
okay.
Just kidding.
So,
And Christmas trees.
you need Jesus. So,
That got dark.
anyways,
And on that note.
no, Thanksgiving is one of the holidays that has not yet been corrupted. So I do encourage people to wait until the day after before you go shopping, if you're going to, or at least till 10 o'clock on Thanksgiving night. That's my little pontificating for the week. Anyways, have an awesome Thanksgiving. Have a great time shopping. Be checking out theconguy.com all week. We will be posting any kind of deals that we find for Black Friday. You can find us on theconguy.com, on Twitter, and on Instagram. Who else?
I'm Katie. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at KT_Christine, but I also occasionally tweet and post on the Con Guy and Scare Guy sites as well.
More than occasionally.
And Batwoman After Show at 10:10 on Sunday nights.
Yep.
I'm Tom. You can find me at TomDaveLA, THOMDAVELA, and also on the Flick 66 podcast, FLIX66.
Hey, I'm Ben Cleaver at BENKLIEWER on all your social medias. I would like to rescind my pagan comment. And
Edit.
follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. Those are my two most active.
Follow him out of the parking lot.
Follow me into the parking lot. Wait. Anyway, love you all.
Wherever Ben is, there is a party.
A red cup.
All right.
And I'm Cheeseman on the Couch. You can find me on Twitter at CheeseOnCouch and on theconguy.com. And happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Happy Thanksgiving.
everybody. We'll see you soon.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network. The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its own